I'm Laurie Vitale, and on this episode of Laurie, what was this? Hello. On this episode of Laurie in the Kitchen, I want to show you how I'm making what I like to call anyway, my taco boats, which is basically like zucchini that I've hollowed out and roasted and then stuffed with a lovely, just like the taco mixture, because if you are eating a little bit lighter, there's no reason to skimp on Taco Tuesday. Make these for the whole family because they are fantastic and they're easy and really quick to put together, and you can really put whatever you want in them because that's how I like to cook. I like to cook with things that, I like to make things that you can just change and doctor up and use what you have on hand and what you like. So let me run you through what I like to use because it's what I think makes them really delicious, but by all means you do you. I'm making chicken tacos, so I'm using ground chicken because it's typically what I tend to have on hand, but you could use beef or turkey. I've got some diced bell peppers, onions, and garlic. What I have here, which is magical, it is my restaurant style salsa. I'll talk about this in a minute. I got chili powder, cumin, and oregano, salt. You need olive oil and some zucchini. I've got my oven preheated to 425. Before we go any further, I want to let you know that you can use whatever style salsa you have on hand, and if you don't have any salsa at all, by all means, just substitute a half of a cup of like a tomato puree or a diced tomato if you want to. But if you are eating a little bit better and you're looking for something to put on eggs, chicken, and anything, make my restaurant style salsa because it's literally magic on anything and everything you put it on. It is delicious and you can stir it into soups and stuff and gives you so much flavor. All right, let's get started. I'm gonna work on my zucchini first before I work on my chicken. So I'm gonna get my pan to just relax a little bit. What I've got here, you can see these are varying sizes. So what I'm gonna do to my zucchini is I'm going to just cut it lengthwise. You wanna make sure that's nice and clean, obviously, you wanna wash them. I'm going to just cut the tiniest sliver from the very back just so that it kind of, like just like that, just so that they sit. You see they don't roll when you go to roast them. And then what I'm going to do, and I want you to do this over a bowl because I want you to keep the flesh that we scoop out. I'm gonna just scoop out some of these zucchini, and I want to leave a border because I don't want them to fall apart, but I don't want to keep all of it. And this stuff that I'm taking out here, don't throw that out. Add it to soups and stews. Saute it with some onions and add it to scrambled eggs. Make a frittata with it. No need to waste anything. I don't like to waste anything. So I'm just going to scoop them out just like this. You want to make sure, like I said, you leave quite a bit behind, otherwise it's going to fall apart. But you need enough of a little divot here to be able to hold your mixture. So just like that, see? And then I'm going to put it on a baking sheet that I've oiled just a little bit so that nothing sticks. And I'm going to continue to do the rest of them. These look great. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of olive oil because I want to make sure that they have really good flavor and they crisp up really nicely. And some salt. And I'm just going to pop them into the oven at 425 for 15 to 20 minutes or so. And in the meantime, we'll get going on making our filling. All right, I've got a nice large skillet, deep skillet here with some olive oil. Now to it, you want to make sure it's nice and hot because you want it to sizzle. I'm going to add my ground chicken, and you want to just break it apart with your wooden spoon as soon as it hits the pan. Now, if you're not going to use ground beef, I would use ground beef here, and I have and I do all the time. But I tend to keep ground chicken or ground turkey on hand a lot more often. So I'm just using ground chicken today, but any of the three will do. I'm just going to cook this until it becomes really lovely and it's got color all over it and it's pretty much cooked through. This looks absolutely perfect. You want to make sure you get some really good color on the chicken before you continue on. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add just a pinch of salt because I want to make sure my chicken's nicely seasoned. A little bit more olive oil just because it kind of soaked it up, the chicken soaked it up. And I want to add my veggies, so I'm going to make sure I give it a good little amount of oil for it to fry in. And then I'm going to add my onions and peppers and garlic. Now when you are using ground chicken, I'm also going to add a little bit more salt because of the veggies. When you're using ground chicken or ground turkey, you just want to make sure that you add some kind of vegetable to, onion or pepper to kind of give it a little bit of moisture. Otherwise, it just gets too dried out. So just saute everything until the veggies start to cook down a bit. I've reduced the heat to medium, so about at least 7 to 8 minutes. I'm loving the way this looks. You can tell the veggies have gotten some really good color, so has the chicken. The color is just flavor. Remember, brown food, like Amber Elle says, is good food. All those brown bits, all that beautiful stuff stuck there, you want all that. It's free, you didn't pay for it, but it's there, so use it, enjoy it. So, at this point, what I want to do is I want to add my spices because I want to wake them up. So I'm just going to add my chili my oregano and my cumin, and I kind of just want to give them a few seconds in the heat before I add anything else to it, and it really kind of wakes them up, and it really kind of just like brings those spices to life. So just kind of give them a stir. Oh, and it smells so good. Now, you know, you can do whatever you want here. If you don't want to add the peppers and onions, you don't have to. If you want to add pre-made taco seasoning, by all means. I just try to always use my own spices because any seasoning blend tends to have too much salt in my opinion, but you can use whatever you want. So now to this, I'm going to add my restaurant style salsa, which is magical because it's got cilantro, it's got garlic, it's got jalapeno, it's got all good flavor here. So I'm going to add that in, and I'm going to just want to wash this bowl right here with about a third or half of a cup or so of water. Add that right in there like so. I'm not going to add any additional salt to this. And now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cook this on medium heat for a few minutes or until my zucchini boats come out of the oven, which will be in about 5 minutes. So in about 5 minutes, this will be good. The zucchini boats will be good. And I'm just going to gather up my toppings because remember, what makes a good taco is a topping. So that's how you should treat this. You can top it with whatever you want. And I'll show you my picks when this is done. This looks absolutely magnificent. Now, I've got my little zucchini boat here that's perfectly cooked. I'm going to just top it with my mixture. It falls out. I mean, who cares? It's going to be delicious nonetheless. And then it's all about what you like to put on top of your tacos. So here are some of my staples. I need a little bit of lettuce just because I like the crunch, right? Then I've got some tomatoes and cilantro, right? Then I have to have some avocado, because it's that creamy, delicious, I don't even know how to explain it, that I just love. And then pickled jalapenos. I don't eat fajitas, burritos, tacos, nothing without pickled jalapenos because they are absolutely a weakness of mine. So I'm going to do that. And then a little bit of lime all over the top. I already added some salt and lime to the avocados and the tomatoes. You can add hot sauce to this, cheese, sour cream, whatever tickles your fancy. But this is really delicious, and it's like my favorite combo. And now you just eat it. You know, you can wrap this if you want to in lettuce wrap, and that would be fantastic. Hey. Or you could just do it like this, because I have no shame in my game. My sister and I, whenever there's something that we love, we go. So good. It is so delicious, full of flavor. You can make it so much more fun with whatever you put it on top. You could do like a corn salsa, black beans, whatever. Have fun, have fun, have fun, have fun, have a good time. I'm gonna go back to eating. I hope this has inspired you to make something for Taco Tuesday, because you always should. I'm just gonna do this one more time, because I can, and I don't care. LauraInTheKitchen.com got the recipe. Hope you enjoyed my time with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.